Hi everyone, comic book reviewer here. This time reviewing on the 1996 film Harriet the Spy. Now, as you know, Harriet the Spy was a coming-of-age comedy film, which of course was meant to star Michelle Trachtenberg in the main role. And keep in mind, this was one of the few films that was released by Nickelodeon after it got the whole transfer from Paramount thing. And keep in mind, the premise of the film Harriet the Spy is meant to tell a hard truth moral that it's alright to like and enjoy stuff and find a newfound interest, but of course, if it is affecting and hurting others, sometimes it's important to dial it back, understand how others might get affected, and understand how it might do a lot more harm than good. And the premise of the film is meant to follow Harriet M. Walsh, who is meant to sort of be this 11-year-old inspiring spy slash writer who kind of lives this privileged life in New York City. You see how her parents try to kind of live their normal life. We kind of see how obviously her nanny tries to give her confidence and so forth. And you see how Harriet sort of gets motivated, inspired, and so forth to become a spy slash writer. And over the course of the film, we see how Harriet has to learn a hard truth lesson about how her interests not only affect others, but also how the things around her will come and go eventually. And I think they make it clear throughout the film that Harriet obviously has to kind of learn the hard truth moral about how her interests affect others. It will slowly affect those around her, and you can kind of get this sense, obviously, right away that the people around her do have justified reasons for the way they are. Like, obviously, we see how her friend Jenny has an interest in science, and her mum does have her justified reasons for reaching her breaking point, her limits with her. And obviously, because of obviously her scientific interests, not only push others away, but also kind of affects not only her mum, but herself without thinking through her actions. We do see how obviously her friend Simon kind of obviously has played the supporting role in the family without giving any proper help. And of course, because of Harriet's interests, not only does it kind of get her sort of nemesis Marion to kind of turn everyone against her, this is Harriet having to learn a hard truth lesson that her newfound interests not only pushed others away, but created newfound problems that do hit you over the head, that it obviously did a lot more harm than good. And the whole point of the film is meant to remind you that while it's alright to take an interest, a like, or a hobby as a coping mechanism, and so forth, but it's important to dial it back, understand the consequences of how it affects others around you, and obviously understand that if it goes way too far and it affects others, you still have the opportunity to learn, understand, and see how it affects those around you. And you do see how, because of Harriet's curiosity from the things around her, the people that she sees, and those around her, obviously not only affects her, but also those around her. And you do see how she has to learn a hard truth lesson that the things around her will change, things will and can go, and so forth. I think it's one of those films that's just there to leave its staple. It's not doing anything massive and too big. It obviously knows it has to tell a hard truth film moral that I think a lot of us had to learn more from the heart than from the mind. So I think it definitely deserves a thumbs in the middle. Kind of alright, but kind of okay. So, comic reviewer here, signing out.